Hi everyone, this is Paul Schmutzler for Streaming Media Producer. Today I'm coming to you with a review of the Hasselblad X1D. You'll notice I'm not showing the camera today because I'm actually using the camera to record my review to give you some sense of the quality and what the image looks like on this camera. The X1D was introduced by Hasselblad in 2016. Hasselblad is a Swedish company that you've probably heard of. You may or may not be familiar with exactly what they do because they're not much of a video company necessarily. But some of their newer cameras, like this X1D and their H series, which is their higher end cameras, are all coming with video capabilities built in. They're definitely intended more as portrait or studio type cameras, but they're adding video capabilities because why not? Everyone else's cameras have video capabilities now, and they've got to keep up. The X1D was the world's first mirrorless medium format camera, and it is a beauty. It's wonderful to hold, it's nice and stout with an all aluminum alloy frame, and it comes with a lens system to match. The X series lenses were introduced specifically for this body, and my review kit shipped with the camera body itself and two lenses, a 90mm and a 21mm. Now remember, a medium format camera sensor is not going to be the same as a 35mm sensor in size. Therefore, the focal lengths do not produce the same aspect ratio or same image as you would have on a 35mm camera or any other format for that matter. So to give you some perspective on that, these lenses, the 21 and the 90, would all be a lower number if you had them on a 35mm camera. So a 90mm lens is still a great portrait lens because it's somewhere around 85mm on a 35. The 21mm, of course, is even wider on a 35, something closer to 17mm. So I asked for these two lenses specifically so that I had a nice, very wide lens to experiment with, but I also had a good normal looking or portrait lens that I could shoot some more up close and intimate portraits with. The first thing I did with this camera is power it on and just start playing with the menu. I went into it blind, not reading much about the camera so that I could look at it with fresh eyes, not having ever used a Hasselblad for any extensive production work. The menu system was fairly straightforward. The buttons on the side were a little obscure. It's all touchscreen driven, which is nice because the touchscreen is very responsive and large. When you're in a shooting menu, you can just tap on the ISO or the aperture or the shutter speed and scroll through and change to what you need. But also, of course, they want you to be able to work quickly. So you have two scroll wheels, one at the fingertip on the front and one at the thumb on the back, which can easily and quickly change your aperture and shutter speed while you're shooting. The X1D offers dual shooting modes. You can shoot in the Hasselblad proprietary RAW format and JPEG, or you can shoot in only one or the other. All the stills that I took, I shot in the RAW format because it gives you the greatest latitude in post-production, and it gives you the full capabilities of the sensor that's built into this camera. I was very impressed with the quality of the stills that I took. They had plenty of resolution to do nearly anything that I could want to with them, and lots of latitude in the file format. The 90mm lens also gave a great sense of depth for the portraits that I was taking. Next, I took the 21mm lens onto the camera, and I went out and did some street or public photography. Finally, after all the stills were done, it was time to test out the video capabilities of the X1D. While the X1D can shoot video, it's fairly rudimentary. Even when talking with a representative from Hasselblad, it was compared to one of the earlier DSLRs that offered video recording capabilities. Think of the Canon 5D Mark II. One of the first SLRs to offer video recording capabilities. You actually kind of had to go through a weird hidden menu just to get to the video recording. It wasn't really built to be a video camera, it was built as a still camera with video recording capabilities added in. That's really what the X1D is. Given the medium format sensor that it has, the quality of the image is excellent. It still gives you an image quality that's similar to something like a Red or a Blackmagic cinema camera, or any other large format cinema camera that you're used to dealing with these days. So while the X1D cannot be a primary video camera for your production, it is certainly something that you can keep in your back pocket as an extra. Its compact size and ability to shoot in low light with great latitude makes it an excellent choice if you need a small camera but still need that large camera look. Now, cost will definitely be a factor when considering whether to purchase the X1D. The body itself runs $7,000 to $8,000, which puts it out of the range of a lot of producers. And the lenses, of course, are very expensive as well, and you're not going to be able to put your Canon or Nikon lenses on this camera. So why would you purchase this for video production? Well, you'd probably purchase this camera as a very nice on-set photography camera. You'd be using it for stills, maybe for continuity and makeup checks, You would use it when you want the ultimate in quality for your stills or behind the scenes photos. So the fact that the camera has video capabilities is just an additional selling point. I would not recommend anyone purchase this primarily as a video camera. But if you need an excellent portrait camera or street photography camera, and you also want to be able to quickly record video if necessary, this would be an excellent choice if you've got the funds.